best playground! Hooray!
Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to the program. It's your boy D, and today we're talking about the Oscars. We're talking about acting in general. We're talking about just the whole Hollywood thing, and how different races maneuver around and how it benefits each race and how it doesn't benefit certain races. Hollywood is very selective. They are very selective, but they are also very calculated, and the media has a lot to do with that. The media helps out with the agenda, so to speak. I'll give you an example. I've been seeing this a lot, and this is what I really wanted to they want to, white America wants to maintain the influence that they have. And a lot of that they do by controlling the media, and they also control politics, and they also control Hollywood. Now, I'm not going to call any ethnic group out, but I'm going to say white people control Hollywood. They do. We don't. If we did, there would be more of us in Hollywood, but there's not, so we all know what's happening. Okay? But they control everything. They control politics. They control Hollywood. White people, they want to maintain their level of control. Now, how do you do that? There's a lot of ways, but there's really easy ways to do it. There's easy ways to do it. And it's in advertising. It's in advertising. Commercials that we see. Television shows that we are watching. Films that we are witnessing, things that we're seeing. We're starting to see, and this is a trend that I've been noticing. Now, there are a lot of biracial couples in the world. There are a lot of biracial couples around. I'm in a biracial relationship with my wife. I have 2 biracial kids. There are a lot of biracial couples. There are a lot of biracial families. But what I'm starting to see, like an exaggerated number of, is white male and different ethnicity female partner. Basically, white head of household, minority partner. I've seen more commercials where the lead in the commercial is this white man and his wife is this black lady, or his wife is this Asian lady, or his wife is this Spanish lady or Indian lady. I've seen more of those commercials than any of those offsetting, like black with this one or black with that one, or Latin man with this. You rarely see these other commercials. You see them sometimes. I'm not going to say that you don't see them, but because I've seen, commercial. You got a black dude and he's got a white girlfriend. Black dude, maybe a Latin girlfriend. But not a lot. Not nearly as much as I'm seeing white men take over the households of these minorities. I've seen it. I'm seeing it on a regular basis. White guy, and he's got a whole family, kids and everything, with the black lady, but you don't have that a lot with black dudes, and black dudes in particular. Now, of course, you got to pepper them in because you don't want to be, that's discriminatory. We don't see a lot of this, so you got to pepper them in. But man, they sure are spreading it thick with the white guys. Now, I'm not anti-white guy. I'm really not. I'm anti that bullshit is what I am, because that is bullshit, and I'm going to call it out every time I fucking see it. It's the media. The media is removing the black male from the household. And what are they doing? They're placing the white male in the place of the black male as the breadwinner for this black family. That's happening. That's what media does. That's what these motherfuckers are doing. Now, you're crazy out of your mind. Am I? Are there not more commercials where you see that type of thing? Pay attention to it. Pay attention now. Now that you've seen it, start looking out for it. White guy, every ethnicity. White male, every ethnicity. You don't see an Asian guy with a black lady. You don't see that. You don't see it. You don't see black lady with Indian lady. You don't see that. You're not seeing that. That's not around. We don't see that. It's always to show that this white male is the breadwinner, is the end all be all, is the top dog, the person that you go to for stability. It's in all kinds of advertising, print advertising, all kinds. I spoke about it in another podcast not too long ago, not terribly long ago, but I spoke about it for a little bit in a little bit of detail. And I just wonder if anybody else besides me is noticing this. Are we noticing that? Are we noticing, black men, that we are being washed out of the black family unit? We are being taken out of the urban realm, and white folks, white men in particular, are inserting themselves into this urban realm that they've been stranger to all along. And I'll tell you what, white women have been more attuned to the urban realm for a longer period of time than white men because, well, we know why. But now white men are starting to say, hey, what's happening over here? There's a little bit of flavor over here. And there is. And you know what, brother? That's cool. You know what I mean? If it's a genuine thing. If that's what it is for you and her, then that's what it is for you and her. But when I see this commercial and then 3 commercials later, I see this and other commercial that's set up the same way as this. And then 5 or 6 other commercials later, I see there's something going on. Y'all trying to tell us something. Y'all trying to implant something someplace in somebody's head. You're making yourselves a viable option to these people without making anybody else viable options to your people. Very, very few and far between. So keep your eyes open, folks. As for me, I am a comedian. I am in show business. I've been on stage thousands of times. I've spoke my mind every time I've been on stage. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But I'm a comedian, so I have a job. My job is to go up on stage and try and tell you about what's going on in this world with a little less harshness, to make light of it, to get you to take your mind off of things that are so heavy. But things like this are heavy on me. When I see things like this, when I see or notice that myself or my representation is being misrepresented. You know what people think when they see a black man by himself? Criminal, felon, thief, murderer. And the reason that is because that's the way that we were depicted on television for years and years and years. Damn right. So, shit's got to change, folks. Shit's got to change in Hollywood, too. Shit's got to change. Everybody is under an immense amount of pressure. Everyone is cracking. Everyone is cracking. But we could fix it if we care to. We could sit down with each other. We can learn more about each other. You know what I'm saying? We can learn to work with each other. Like I said, I think Hollywood would be so hot if more and more actors worked with more and more diversity. And not only worked with more diversity, demanded diversity. Demanded diversity. There's some politicians out trying to get rid of diversity. They don't want diversity. Fuck them. Ask for diversity in your roles. All these actors, this is to all actors out there. When you are choosing your roles, keep your people and your heritage in mind. And if it's something that you feel to be negative towards your people, I invite you to have the utmost integrity and walk out, or either demand that they change it. I know a lot of you are like, you fucking crazy. If I get an acting gig, I'm going to take it. Trust me. You'll thank yourself. You will absolutely thank yourself. Be selective about your roles. Be selective about that. Don't let people hoe you out. Don't let people have you portray your people in a negative light. Be stronger than that. To all my new young Hollywooders, man, open your eyes up, man. Spread diversity. See what's going on around you. Don't get so caught up in the whirlwind of being new in Hollywood that you miss this. There's a lot of shadiness, a lot of corruption in Hollywood, a lot of it. But we all go there because we aspire to do great things and we aspire to touch people's lives everywhere. So go out. Take those roles. And you turn those roles into roles that not only you, but your people can also be proud of. At least that's what I plan to do. So, listen, that's going to do it for this week's episode of the podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully next week I'll have some other stuff to talk about. I really don't know what I'm going to talk about from week to week. I really don't. I don't set this stuff up. I don't have a big whiteboard with topics or shit on it. I just, whatever hits me. So join me next week when I'll be talking about God knows what here on the Deron Harris Podcast. I want to thank my best friend and producer for giving me the courage to do this podcast. I want to thank my wife and my mother for giving me the absolute most support in the world so that I could do this podcast. I want to thank owner of the station, Gentry Thomas, for being the dopest dude in the world and giving me this forum to spew what I have. And lastly, but certainly not least, I want to thank all of you, all the listeners, everybody who has listened, everybody who's listened and no longer listens, everybody who has not yet listened but will, and those of you who have listened and are still listening. I love you very much and thank you very much. I could not do this without you, dead ass. So, again, folks, I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Deron Harris Podcast, the Deron Harris Program. Check back with me next week. I got some other shit popping. Peace.